Bueno, hola mi gente adorada bella. Welcome to Café con Leche with the
Rumi.
episodio 5. Yay! We made it to one full hand, you guys.
We're really, really happy.
Yes. Super excited.
So happy that we wanted to celebrate with something spicy. Rumi, what is the episode for tonight?
So I have the pleasure to introduce our episode today. It's usually Rumi that does it, but I'm going to do it today. So the episode today is, how do you maintain your relationship spicy?
Ooh.
How do we do that?
And I don't like it spicy, but this is important.
It's very important.
This is the only spicy I like.
Very spicy. You know, they have different levels.
Oh my God.
But, you know, it's not just, you know, for all you dirty-minded people out there, it's not just
How
on a
rude.
sexual level of
No.
spiciness. You know, spicy could be anything, you know,
Exactly.
friendship, it could be on an intellectual level, on every different types of level, you know.
Yeah.
I think that after a while, a relationship hits a plateau where things can get boring, can get, you know, repetitive.
Yes.
You know, you get into this routine and this pattern, and, you know, things start kind of feeling like a chore. So, how do you keep it spicy, Rumi?
Me?
Yeah, I did the introduction. You go first.
That is a secret.
No, it can't be a secret. Come on, you're the one in our relationship. I'm the single one. So, what do you do to maintain your relationship spicy?
I'm going to share that information with all of you, but it's a secret, okay? You cannot share it with anyone.
No one.
Okay?
Hush, hush.
Honestly, oh my God, I don't even know how to talk about it.
This is a good one.
Rumi.
Get uncomfortable.
No.
Apparently the shots didn't help. We took 2 shots.
We should do another one.
We should do another one.
Yeah, but we can't do it here because they're gonna cut it out.
Oh man.
Bueno, it's empty. It's empty.
We'll just tell everybody's coffee.
Oh, it's coffee. It's coffee. How do I keep my relationship spicy?
First of all, how long have you been in a relationship?
Damn it. Almost 2 years.
Okay. So do you think that now that you've been in this relationship for 2 years, do you think that you are past the honeymoon stage?
No. Even though it's serious and, you know, we're going to move in together and we're actually planning a future together now. It's not just the dating part and the having fun part. It's more serious. I still feel like the honeymoon stage is still there. And it's been 2 years. I guess for me, it's more like, I don't know, he knows me pretty well, but he knows how to keep me happy, you know, and I trust him 100% that if he says jump, I will jump with him. But I don't know. I guess it depends on different things. Like, sometimes we have our, like, dinner dates that I have talked about in the past episodes. And it's a fun kind of like dinner conversation. We always talk about different things, and that is something that I always tell him. I love his brain, because in a way, I feel like I learn more with him in different type of subjects, like whether it's cultural, like pop music, you know, famous people. Because I'm honestly, I don't really keep up with the Kardashians with anyone. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like it. If I like the music, I like the music, and that's it. If I like the movie, I like the movie. I'm not really the one that is following people. So when he talks to me about different artists, I'm like, okay, who's that? I don't know. And also, I didn't, I'm not from here, so I didn't get the chance to grow up with all this.
American culture.
Exactly. So it's like every day is something new, and I love that.
Yeah. Do you think that because not only you're not from here, but he's also not from here too, but he's more what we call like more into the American culture. Because I don't think he's like Americanized. Well, he is, but it's in a different way. Kind of like me. We are Americanized in a way because we could keep up with the American culture, the Kardashians, the actresses in old school hip hop and all that stuff. But at the same time, I also have my, salsa music, merengue, bachata, vallenato. You know what I mean? And my culture is my number one thing.
Yeah.
So do you think that because you're both kind of blending in two different cultures is what keeps it spicy and what keeps it interesting? Because you're always kind of learning something.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, because the other side will be for him like sometimes he's like, if I'm boring, you let me know. But for me, it's like you're not really like I'm actually learning, and I admire all that knowledge that you have because he's like a sponge. He reads something and forget it is there like he absorbs everything and that actually impressed me a lot. So that keeps everything fresh and it's never boring. I'm always learning something from him or with him because sometimes there are things that none of us know and like we'll go together and we'll learn together. Just like the relationship, we're learning from each other. So I guess that keeps my honeymoon stage alive. Also the communication part. When I like or don't like something, he's good at listening and he learns from that, from the mistakes, because we do have our moments where like we have our arguments and all that. I never call them fights. I don't like to call them fights because it's not like we fight and stop talking for like it's like we argue and then okay, this is what you did wrong, this is what I did wrong, how can we fix this? And then we fix it and the honeymoon is back. Oh, mamushito.
Oh, mamushito. That's how they talk. So annoying. Very annoying. And I'm sitting in the background like. But so, what about like the spicy? Like, okay, we heard about the relationship, blah blah blah. Now, what about the your secrets in the bedroom?
Oh my god! He's good. That's everything you need to know. He's amazing.
Okay. What else? I mean, again, you're the one in our relationship. I mean, almost 2 years, going strong.
Oh my god.
We love E. I think he's an incredible human being.
I was not expecting to be the one answering all the questions.
Okay. Let me make it a little easier because I feel like I'm the one that's a little more comfortable with it. So
yes.
Because I'm not the one in the hot seat right now. But I don't know. Like, what do you think in your...
It's really, really hot. Oh my god, this spice is really, really hot.
Yes. I told you it was going to get hot and bothered.
I need another shot.
What do you like? What is one thing that turns Rumi on? I hope our parents are not watching this. This is definitely not an episode for our parents.
Okay, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I don't know. Now that you're asking me like this and with all these people watching, I don't know what to say.
I mean, do you like your hair pulled? Do you like to be choked?
Okay. No, in general. Now it's
that's not. Oh, that was a
fun.
general thing.
No, it's fun to talk about this. I don't want to involve my relationship that much about it, because it's my little bubble, and I love my bubble. But I will definitely say that as a woman, I think it really depends. I like to experiment and, you know, try different things and be open to the idea of what they also want to try, because it's not all about me. It's also, you know, it's a like have him, have me, sometimes more me, sometimes more him. So I can say that choking, yeah, pulling your hair, yeah, and, you know, open to everything.
I'm just laughing right now because I tried to show you the other day.
Oh yeah.
We were playing around. I said, Rumi, like, do you like to be? And I grabbed her. And she's like, really? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, but
Sorry.
all right, I'm in a relationship, so I have to respect that. But do you think that you're gonna
What? That I'm gonna...
avoid the questions?
What questions?
The same questions that you're asking me?
Oh, no. Those were my questions, honey bun.
Okay, then. I know you're single and ready to mingle. So, just, do you want to tell us about maybe your past relationships or something that you're looking into the future for yourself in terms of how to keep it as spicy in a way?
Yeah. I mean, I think that as far as like the communication part is super, super important. I think that the hardest part when you're in a relationship is talking to the person and letting them know what you like.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to be that type of person that has an open mind, because I feel like sometimes people don't want to hear that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
It's I think when it comes to the bedroom, it's such a touchy subject for some people, and I think that it also comes with maturity.
Yeah.
And self-confidence. I think that when you're confident with yourself and you're mature enough, you can be more open to hear someone be like, yeah, you're not doing it right. Or you're not, you're moving too fast, you're moving too slow, or stay here, don't go there. Come up here, stay down there. Sometimes people don't want to hear that because it almost feels like, damn, like I'm not woman enough or I'm not man enough, like why am I not satisfying her? But at the end of the day, everyone's different. So the person that you were with before in a relationship, maybe they liked having their hair pulled or being choked or being spanked or all these things, but then the next person doesn't like that.
It's because everybody's different.
So it's listening to the person's body language is super important, and not being selfish. And sometimes you will be with people that are selfish, that it's about them.
Yeah.
And, them getting their ecstasy and their peak. And then it's kind of like, all right, you're done. So I think for me, what has worked in the past is communicating. Has it always been receptive? No. Sometimes people have gotten in their feelings when I say something, but for me it's like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm just being honest. Like, if I'm not having a good time with my partner, the person that I'm with, then why are we even bothering?
Yeah.
It's hard. You want to enjoy the moment, with that person. And the same thing for me, like I want to know what you like, what you don't like, like.
But sometimes they don't want to share because they feel embarrassed.
Again, I feel like that comes with maturity. The older you get, I think you get to a point where you're just kind of like, listen, we're going to do this. Either we're going to get it right or like at this point, if somebody tells me like, Angie, I don't know, I don't like a certain thing, and you kind of have to listen to what they don't like.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a dance.
Yeah.
A new dance partner, right? You're not going to dance the same way you dance with your last partner. Because you don't know how they move, how they dance, what music they like. So it's like, it's a learning process too, because it's like, okay, let's move this way, let's do this,
Exactly.
let's do that. But, it's all, I don't know.
And I think that also, for me, I feel like that also comes with time, right? And again, it goes back to not jumping into a sexual relationship right away.
Yeah.
You know, taking the time to actually getting to know the person.
Yeah.
You know, you don't necessarily need to be like in a, you know, with someone. I think that when you find the right person, you just click. You know, sometimes you click right away. It could be by the way they look at you, by the way that they touch you,
True.
or the way they smile at you. You know, and sometimes you meet people and you're like, okay, I like this person, I'm attracted to them, but it takes longer, right?
Okay.
It takes longer conversating, dating, going on dates, getting to know them, and sometimes it does click and sometimes it doesn't.
And when
And
it
you
doesn't,
force it sometimes.
you don't get the cookie.
No. Not in my case, you don't. But then, again, like I said, there's people that you meet and right away you're like, why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing.
I hate her. You know, you meet them right away and it's like, wow, like I feel like I've known you.
Now
and,
you can have the cookie.
No, don't listen to what she's saying. I think her drink's getting to her. And then you're like, for me, I'm like, you scare me, so I'm gonna go back into my shell. Because I am, you guys. I talk a lot of trash and a lot of shit, but I am a scary cat. I am. You know, I'm very open, but I am a little bit of an old school, and I like to have a waiting period that I like to wait to make sure.
No, I mean, it's okay. Everybody has their own time for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, what about like when you're getting to know that person? What keeps spicy that dating moment? Don't look at it like that. It's a good question.
What keeps it spicy is
You know, because one thing is like, okay, when you're in a relationship, you have to keep it like in the honeymoon stage, like good. But what happened when you just starting to go
when
out?
you're starting to go out. For me, I like surprises. I am such a freak with surprises because I'm a hard person to surprise, and you know that.
Yeah, that is true.
I am so hard to surprise because I figure things out. Like, if something's out of whack, I figure it out right away.
I'm
like,
the only one that has surprised her.
If you are the person that calls me all the time and then you don't call me for, like, I'll start putting the pieces together and I'm like, oh, something's going to happen. Or, like all the time, like, in the past when people have sent me flowers to my job or, like, people have, like, I figure it out. It sucks because I love surprises and I love surprising people. But I am horrible at being surprised, but I'm a sucker for surprises. So for me, when I'm getting to know someone, it's like the, random text.
Yeah.
Like something silly, like something that maybe you remember that I said to you, or something that you remember that you liked, or that, like, we clicked in that moment.
Okay.
A random picture, or a random surprise. Well, that depends too. Can't be so random because you can't be. But, like, I guess for me would be just those unexpected moments. Like, for you to just be like, listen, like, I want to see you. I'm coming by. Can I see you for 5 minutes? Even if it's just to see you.
Oh, that is sweet. That is actually really sweet.
Yes, those are the ones.
I agree.
Those are the things that keep me like, okay, you got my interest.
I like the surprises when there's like a special moment happening to me, like a new job, and suddenly I got flowers or an edible arrangement to my new office. It's like, oh my God, thank you.
And everybody in the office appreciates them too.
Because it's more like, kind of like I had this conversation. I told you how scary I am, how I feel about a new door opening. And the fact that you do that is like, you just make me feel good. So kind of like the scary feeling goes away.
It's almost like those moments that like you expect like your best friend, right? Like things that I would do for you.
Oh, yeah.
Like those random phone calls, those random texts, like good luck, Rumi, or this and that. Like when a guy does that, I mean, we're not trying to have a guy be all mushy because I know they have a hard time with that. But when they have those moments, you're like, Okay.
And also, it's not like you have to do it every single time, because then it gets annoying, and it's like, oh my god,
then
now it's expected.
Purpose.
Yes, now it's like, oh my god, I
it's
just
like
get this. Now I'm gonna get this.
Only on Valentine's Day.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I'd rather give flowers on a day that's not. Don't take me wrong. I will appreciate them on Valentine's Day, but it's expected, you know. You're gonna go. I'm the opposite. Like for Valentine's Day, I like to celebrate, but I rather almost do something more intimate. Whether we go to a park on a picnic, or you cook for me, or I cook for you. You know, something where it's us and not the same thing that the whole entire world is doing.
Yeah.
Then it's no fun. You're just like the whole entire world.
I love when my boyfriend, and when I'm sick and he just brings a flower, or he brings me ice cream, cookies and cream ice cream that I like, the only ice cream that I like.
Things like that.
He's like, I'm just gonna go and get something from the store or whatever, like, you know, and then he walks in with ice cream and flowers and a little teddy bear, and I'm like,
so what has been that brings me back to like a thought, and I'll share mine, but I'll ask you the question first. What has been the nicest thing V has done, simplest thing that he has done that you still remember, that you're like, wow, like I really like that?
My birthday. I guess I'm not really that big in my birthday, even though I always, you know, I'm always talking about it and all that. But in my past relationships, I never got someone to actually celebrate it. You know, like make me feel special on my birthday. It was just my birthday, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I never had a birthday party surprise. I'm always the one surprising people and making everything happen for everybody, but I never really got that from anyone. And it's not like, you know, how do I say, like, it's not like I'm upset because I haven't get it. It's just, it hasn't been, you know, the opportunity to find someone that will do that for me. But last year for my birthday, which it was my first birthday with him, I sleep a lot, okay? So I was sleeping. Just
like a cat.
Yeah, it was like 9:30, almost 10, and my boyfriend always wakes up early at 6 in the morning, and at that point we had like a little scooter to go around. So he went out in the little scooter to figure out which Stop and Shop or which store will have flowers for me.
Aww.
And my coffee. So what happened was he went over there, brought me this thing of flowers, put it right in front of the TV, which it was right in front of my bed. And he had the coffee in the fridge, so I like my iced coffee in summer. Well, all the time I love iced coffee.
Yes, she does.
And when I wake up, normally I grab my phone and I like to look my Facebook, my Instagram, and that's how he knows I'm awake. So I did that, but then I was looking at the TV and there was something weird. Like, what is that? 'Cause I need my glasses too. Like, I'm not blind, but I was like I was waking up, so I didn't know what's happening. And I saw like these beautiful flowers on the TV. And then I see him coming into my room with my iced coffee and saying happy birthday and bringing the flowers to me. That was the best thing that ever happened to me. That was amazing.
So sweet.
Yeah. And forget it, like he celebrated like the whole week. Like every single day he will go and get me a chocolate, anything. Like even for my birthday party he got me a gift. And then the weekend after that he was like, oh, there is another birthday present. So I was like,
awesome.
Yeah, I've never had that, so it was nice. I love that, and I think I will never forget that.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know, he does good things. You know him.
I do. He loves me.
What about you?
Keeper. So for me, I had many, but one thing that I thought that was like the sweetest thing ever was, and this person knows because I always mentioned it to them. I was sick one day. I wasn't feeling well, and this is when I had a really stressful job. I was managing a place in Newberry Street, and you know, we had our dates. Like our dates would be Monday nights. So I had mentioned, I'm not feeling well. I don't know if I can come by. And he was like, no, that's okay. That's all right. Like, because, everybody knows what you do when you're dating on your date night, right? You get your groove on. So I was trying to be like, listen, it ain't happening. Like, mama's not feeling well. And so, he was just like, I don't care. Just come over here. I got you. But, this person has no idea how to cook. They had, cooking was not, their thing. But they had soup going for me. They got my favorite wine. They had the bathtub running. So then they were just like, go relax.
Aww.
There was candles in the bathroom. And that to me meant a lot. Because I was like, okay, I wasn't in the mood to drink. But I was like, I'm going to sip all this wine.
That is so cute.
So, yeah. So then, I had a bath. And after my bath was done and, I sat and had my soup and yeah, he took care of me that night. And that was probably like one of the most memorable moments in my relationship with that person that I really like appreciated. Cause it's for me, it's the taking care part. I feel, cause for me, I feel like I love to take care of people and I'm always like, I don't care. Like that's just
exactly
how I operate like that. Like, what do you want? That I got you, Bob. I could be so tired, but that's just my nature. I've always been a mom, even before I wasn't a mom. So for me, when someone does that to me, unexpectedly, because I have a hard time accepting someone take care of me, it means a lot. It means a lot, and especially when it's genuine.
Yeah, true.
It means a lot. Like,
yeah, I guess it depends on both sides. Like, it's not just my job to keep the spicy, to keep it alive. It's also his job. It's both of us, and I think we do a good job with that. Mm-hmm. He likes to bring my coffee in the morning too. He wakes me up with my coffee because I'm always the last one to wake up. Always.
Yeah, she's always in bed.
So, it's just.
I think she does it on purpose.
Don't say anything. It's a secret.
When she stays at my house, I'm always the first one up. And then, conveniently, she wakes up when the coffee's on. Right about
and the eggs are ready.
And the eggs are ready.
That's how we keep the spicy.
I keep ourselves spicy.
Hey!
She just shows up.
Well, that is part of it.
That is part of it.
You have to show up. And I'm really good at that. I will show up.
Because she's also very jealous, too. So she's not trying to have someone else show up.
Oh, hey, I'll tell her no. No. You see this face? Oh, not sure.
She likes my eggs.
Oh, yes. I love your eggs. Best eggs ever.
Anyway, so yes, I think that we have pretty much a lot of things in common and stuff, I think. And I agree with you with keeping, certain things in your relationship to yourself. I think that even though, we have this channel and we're,
trying to be honest and all that.
I mean, we are being honest, but there are some things that you have to keep to yourself in private.
Yes.
That's why we don't use any names when we talk about other people.
Although they know who we're talking about.
If it hits you in the head, then it's not my problem.
What else, Rumi, about keeping up everything is spicy?
I think not being afraid of new things, Mm-hmm. I think that...
What would you tell to those couples that have been together for years? Mm-hmm. Like my mom and her husband and our friends, like everybody that has been in a relationship for this long. Because after a while, it gets really hard to keep it good with kids and responsibilities. And now, if you are trying to have a house and like bills and all like that, it's not just about the honeymoon stage. Because that can come and go anytime. Yeah. But how do you keep it?
I mean, for me, it's not that I know everything, because I don't, but I feel like I started so young. Mm-hmm. I got married really young. I dealt with that. I, opened a business with my ex-husband really young. So we dealt with that whole stress, the whole, the marriage, the business, the the breakup, the divorce, and then, my relationship with my son's father, that, and then the breakup. So there's a lot that, being in a relationship with having a child. So I've kind of done a lot at my age. So I feel like for me, when I look at those two relationships, because those are the two relationships that I feel like shaped my life and shaped who I am as a woman. There's one thing that comes to mind, and that is communication.
Yeah.
I feel like communication is the number one key. Learning to still be friends. I feel like if you have a relationship and you can't be friends with that person and be honest with that person, like this person knows you're ugly, you're pretty, you're ugly, your flaws, your strengths. If they don't know that, it's really hard, because you're only showing them what they want to see. Yeah. But then when you start peeling the layers, do they really love that area that's rotten? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna love that area that's like green, that is not sweet? So this person needs to be able to love you through all of your layers. Mm-hmm. But that's also something that we as women and men too have to work on, showing this person who you really are, if they're worthy of it. You know what I mean? If you feel like, okay, I want to grow with this person, I want them to know the true, Maria, I want them to know the true Angie. So I think that all of that ties into when you're in a relationship, marriage, kids, because every stage, getting a house will bring stress, because now you guys are going to pay attention to the house, what you're buying, the bills, this, that, it's different stress that you don't have now. So then it's, how do we survive that stage? How do we communicate? Because now he's going to be too tired to, be with you intimately. Or you're going to be too tired to be with him intimately. So how do you guys going to keep that communication?
And when you're tired also, you don't know how to communicate. Because the things that will come out of you sometimes can be not in the right way, that will make the other person feel guilty about
not spending time with you, or not having that time for you.
And also the other person, even though you're trying really hard not to come out that way, it can be tired and stressed about anything else. And when you come and say that person can feel like, oh, now she's attacking me.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm doing for our relationship, for our marriage, for our whatever, and now she's attacking me because on top of doing all those things for her, now she's pissed that I'm doing those things for her and I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. And it happens, it's natural. But then again, if you have a strong core, you're going to be okay. Because you can be like, okay, I know I'm being a pain in the ass. I know that my feelings are valuable because I feel like this. I feel neglected. I do feel angry. But I also know this man is working hard for the both of us. And I think that that's what makes a difference, because then you can calm down and then have a conversation with your partner and be like, listen, I love you. I know you're doing this for us. And I think it's just that reassurance, like, I'm here for you. We got this. We're going to get through this. And when you have that with the other person, there's no way that it's not going to work out. But it's when the other person doesn't want to listen to you, and you just have if you don't have communication, bottom line, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work, because you're always going to feel like that person is being ungrateful, and that's the worst feeling.
But also another fact that comes to that is the people that surround you.
Oh, yes.
Because if you have that friend that is jealous about like everything, like they want what you have, and they're not happy that they don't have it, they're gonna
put things in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when you have to realize, as I said, every time I give an advice, I always end everything that I'm saying with, this is how I see things, this is what, I think, but now it's your decision if you take my advice or you're leaving. Because you take whatever you need from everything I said, everything else you can throw it out. I am not upset if you do that. I will always support you. But then you have the other people that is like, oh my God, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's not a good man. I bet he's cheating on you, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes that people is not, we're not talking about just friendship, also talking about family.
Yeah, family too will do that.
They will definitely say things to you just to mess with your head just because they don't like who you're with.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think that very valid points. The circle of people that you're with also play a huge role in your relationship. Huge role. If you have toxic people in your life, they're going to poison your relationship. They're gonna always pick the flaws. They're always gonna, tell you the wrong things because misery loves company.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old saying, and it just works. It's true. If you can have single friends that are healthy. Like I'm not in a serious relationship right now, and I admire and I love you and V. Like I think you guys are amazing, and I'm like your biggest cheerleader. So for me, it's like it's a win-win situation to know that my best friend is in a relationship that's amazing.
I'm your best friend.
Of course you're my best
She just did a public, bitches. I'm the best friend. Sorry.
She's awful. She's my little sister. No, but that's even better because you're my sister, not my best friend. Anyways, you know what I mean.
Sorry, I had to do it.
But it's true. Like for me, it's like I'm happy, like because it gives me hope. To be like, okay, I can have that too one day. So it's but I know that there's people that are single and they want their friends to still stay single because they want that single company. For me, it's like I love being in a relationship. I think it's so amazing when you have someone that you can call to bitch, to laugh, to talk stupid jokes, to someone that you actually know that they care about you. They're not just listening to you to get in your panties.
Sure.
Like I love that. And I hope it does happen for me. So seeing you and, I have other friends that are married that are extremely happy. It's just like, to me, that gives me joy. And also I get the phone calls where they bitch and stuff. And then that's when I'm just like, oh, thank God I'm not in that relationship.
But then
for that one moment. But I do.
Oh,
I
do miss that.
I do miss that. And then, but then I feel like, even though like I have friends that are older than me, I still feel like I have been through a lot more than they have. So they always come to me for advice. And, for me, I always say, listen, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Like sometimes you see your single friends come here and go, blah, 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 having all this fun. And you're just like, oh, I kind of miss that. But it's like, no, because us single people, we want what you got. It's really hard for me, like being out in this world, being like the whole dating pool. It's not easy.
No.
Like I hate that whole. Like I love mystery and I love surprises, but I don't really like not knowing.
The thing. You don't like dating when you just start dating, just because you still don't know what you want and you're still trying to figure it out who you are on a date and who you are with that person. But the moment that you find a person that you're dating that is like,
I can be myself.
Yeah, but it's easy.
But they can handle me.
Duh, of course. No, but it gets easy. It's easy. It's simple. It's like, yeah, I'm dating him and it's not a pain. It's fun. It's simple. It's easy. I can talk and it feels good and I feel comfortable.
I guess for me, I haven't had that yet with my two previous relationships that that I had after my big breakup. Like they were great men because they were amazing men, but I never felt true to myself. Like I always felt like I had to have a wall because they couldn't handle what was behind that wall.
The dating part is not a job. And when you are dating someone that you feel like, oh my God, this is another job that now I have to handle.
Yeah.
Then it's not right.
Yeah. But I guess I would have not known that if I would have not allowed myself,
to try with
it
them.
with them.
Exactly.
So,
because now, when you go out with your first date after a big breakup, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you're doing. You're learning now again who you are.
Yeah.
So to give it a try to that one, it's like, okay, if it didn't work out, it's fine. Because at the end of the day, you learn something, he learned something, and now you both know that that's not something that you want.
Yeah.
So the second person, you finally think that, oh my God, now I know what I want. Now I'm going for it. And suddenly, it's still not what you want. So you keep learning from everybody.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And then when you finally find that date that is not hard at all, it's just easy and it's fun.
And it's scary, you guys.
Yeah,
When you find that person.
but then the other person is ready to catch you. I'm telling you, he got me.
Yeah.
And you know that, the little dirty secrets that we had in this table. But we are almost running out of time.
Yeah. This was a good conversation.
It was. You put me in the spot too.
I did.
I apologize for everybody. I am not really good about talking my personal life in public. So. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys. We hope to see you guys. No, we not hope. We will see you guys en 2 semanas en el mismo canal
y a la misma hora. Y ya, eso es todo.
Eso es todo. Buenas noches, mi gente bella. We love you
so much.
Bye.